Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I was thinking we were gonna just dissect Jenna Ortega's femininity and just kind of understand what makes Jenna Ortega very attractive and interesting celebrity to look at. So I will be looking at different attractive traits with Jenna Ortega and her energy that makes people so fascinated by her, and we're gonna dissect each and every one. So firstly, Jenna Ortega is an actress. She's mostly known for playing Wednesday, and she's also been in multiple horror movies such as Scream and X. And I would say Jenna Ortega is probably one of the most popular Gen Z celebrities out there. If you ask anybody that is of a younger age, they most likely know Jenna Ortega and have seen a few videos and movies by her. So she's definitely on the up and coming, and I'm sure she will definitely establish a really great career in her future as well. So when I first look at Jenna, I feel like she has a very dark feminine energy. I get a very confident, direct, and very mysterious energy from her, which is kind of in contrast to somebody with a soft energy, with a soft feminine energy, which would be more like Tyler Russell, for instance. When I look at Jenna Ortega, she embodies that feminine energy and it seems to come so natural to her. So that's probably one of the most captivating things about her. So how does she embody her feminine energy and how does she showcase it? Number one, I think Jenna is extremely confident. If you see her videos, her interviews, her talks, she always gives off these very confident traits. She sits straight, her body language is poised and very comfortable, so she takes up the space around her, but in a very but not in an arrogant way, but just in a very confident way. She just seems so comfortable in her own skin and her own body, and she takes her time when she answers as well. Like, for instance, if she gets questions by somebody interviewing her, she always answers very direct and she never goes around, the question. She's very direct, and that can be taken aback by some people who are not used to somebody with a very confident energy. Being direct, saying what you mean in that exact moment makes you come across as very confident, which is definitely something I see in Jenna. She never looks like she's doubting what she's saying or she doesn't feel sure. Most of the time she seems extremely confident in what she's saying and she believes in what she says, and that gives off this radiant energy, which I think is the number one reason why people might be attracted towards her. And I also like that she's not afraid to be honest and be herself. For instance, one of the Wednesday interviews she has, she talked about the fact that she is very much like Wednesday herself. A lot of the people around her compare her a lot of the time to Wednesday. So Jenna is just very open about the fact that, yeah, she might seem like she's the type of person like Wednesday. So I like the fact that Jenna Ortega is extremely honest about herself, and she doesn't seem like she wants to come across as fake. She's mostly looking at just being authentic in herself, and only a confident person can truly do that without feeling uncomfortable. They're always trying to be honest, they're always trying to be themselves, and that's their goal, and it's not to be shaped by other people. And the next thing that is also very fascinating about Jenna is that she's a girl's girl. The impression I get from Jenna Ortega is from her interviews and how she interacts with her female co-stars is really, really sweet. For instance, there's a video with her and Gwendolyn Christie, which is her co-star in Wednesday, and she is just complimenting her and telling her how much she is just enamored by her and thinks she's incredible, and she just keeps on going with the compliments where it just makes everyone laugh. But I think it goes to show that she really admires women and she supports them and see the great things in them instead of making it a competition. Instead of making it seem like there's only one talent, she's open to other people also having talent, especially women, which is so important to, lift each other up, because it's really easy to be put against each other. So I love to see celebrity girls who are extremely complimenting other female co-stars and who seems sweet and keeps supporting them and saying nice compliments. It gives off this air of being very secure in yourself, but also that you're just a really good, sweet person. And you know how to create female friendships and bonds, which is extremely helpful for life and just really good for the soul as well, I think. And also, this is just allegedly, but apparently one of her female co-stars got fired for a project that they were going to work on together in the Scream movie. And allegedly, Jenna Ortega, she also stepped away from that movie. So I mean, we can always guess what happened, but I like the fact that it seems at least like Jenna Ortega has a sense of what it means to be a girl's girl and to appreciate other women and not be, you know, against each other. And that is always an attractive trait, and that's where the healthy feminine energy comes from, is to be able to look at other women as sisters instead of as competition. So next thing about Jenna, which I really like, is that she's very outspoken about the things that she cares about. For instance, she's very outspoken about her humanitarian work, the causes that she's really interested in, causes that speak to her heart, which I think is amazing, because by putting yourself out there, and especially if you have a job where you're very much in the limelight, I think putting your energy into things that are important to you and causes that matter to you, you're making a difference. And even if, you know, you're not a celebrity like Jenna, I think still we should put emphasis on causes that makes sense to us and work that really makes or speaks to our heart, especially as we see how things are going on around the world right now. I think it's more important now than ever to speak about issues, learn about the issues around the world, try to read the newspaper. I mean, I think I know so many people that are young that don't even read the newspaper, which I think is very can be very scary, because even though things like the newspaper can be extremely upsetting, I think it's still important to be well informed. So just taking those small steps to learn about what happens in the world, which type of causes do I want to focus on and learn something about, I think that can really make you heal your femininity and make you more in tune with yourself and just humanity as well. So I think that is so nice to see in celebrities such as Jenna Ortega. And I also think one of the interesting things about Jenna is that she's very mysterious. She doesn't post that frequently on social media anymore. She definitely has talked about her boundaries, that she wants to step away and have certain boundaries when it comes to the comment section, etc., which is understandable. But I like the fact that she doesn't overshare, and we don't know much about her personal life, who she's dating, who she's seeing, and I like that. It keeps a certain air of mystery to her, and she can always surprise us by being mysterious, which I talk a lot about in my other videos as well. But by being mysterious, you're able to truly, you know, surprise people. So when you give people something about yourself, it's always going to surprise people and engage them, because then they feel like they get a piece of you finally. But by always oversharing, I think that can really ruin your feminine energy, and it can make people not that interested anymore, because they're gonna think, well, this person always overshares their life to me, so it's nothing special anymore, and there's nothing I can learn about them anymore. There's no intrigue. And I think that's a big thing with being mysterious, is that it brings you intrigue and makes people want to learn more about you, want to have something, find something about you. So having that mysterious aura is going to really benefit your feminine energy, which I think it does for Jenna. And that's why she's one of those celebrities who are always intriguing this new generation, is because she's not always on the phone and she's not always posting like a lot of, you know, other celebrities might. So I think that's a really great thing to do in order to separate yourself from other people. So, and lastly, but definitely not least, Jenna Ortega seems to be very mature compared to her, you know, peers, especially considering how young she is in her age. And I just want to bring this one quote I really love that she said. And she said, the fact that I had to go to work every day and remember it's a Netflix show, you know. My mom is an ER nurse. She saves lives, and I want to make people feel good, and I want to give them that break, and that's all this is. So just to give this more context, Jenna Ortega was talking about the fact that she's an actress and her mom is a nurse that saves lives. So she understands that her job is not that life-changing compared to somebody that works as a nurse or a doctor who does this every day, who saves actual lives. But she seems so self-aware of her position and her job and what she does. And I love that because it really makes you more likable and more interesting, that people that you come across as really self-aware. We're all human beings and we understand our roles in this society. And her role is to, you know, be a great actress and give us a great time. And I think that's a really, really self-aware and refreshing type of mindset to have. And it's extremely mature as well. It's about not always putting yourself on this pedestal, but also seeing yourself who you are, what potential you give, and whatever potential you do give, it is still important, and it has an impact for some people, and that's what really matters. The fact that she is so mature might come from the fact that both her sister and her mom are nurses, so she probably witnesses that firsthand, how impactful such a job is and how much it should be appreciated. And I love that refreshing maturity. Jenna is also a producer in most of her projects now, which tells me a lot that she is willing to put in that hard work. She's willing to want to be the driver's seat of her own projects and her own ideas. And that is something maybe we can also take with us, is the fact that we can always try to be more active in our own lives. So if we have dreams or passions that we really want to do, we should definitely take the driver's seat and try our best to start them and make them into reality instead of just a fantasy. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of this, and make sure to comment, subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care and bye.